Why am I starting a MapleStory channel in 2024? First question you might have is, who am I and why should you care? As for the first question, my name is Doubtful, or Jordan. I go by Doubtful online. I used to be a League of Legends content creator, streamer, won a couple Twitch rivals, challenger player, and I had a YouTube channel with about 15,000 subscribers. Might have been 16,000, and I think we're down to 15 now. I also used to be like a professional Yu-Gi-Oh player and was challenger in TFT and rank 1 in Legends of Runeterra, the League of Legends card game. That's just a little bit about me, so you know who I am. As for why you should care, I can't give you a reason for that. I can't imagine why somebody would care about this, but I'm really more just sort of making this video for myself as a bit of almost like a journal entry and to remind myself why I am pursuing this. I actually literally wrote down in my journal sort of like an outline for what I'm going to be talking about. Big supporter of journaling, would highly recommend it for anyone who wants to organize their thoughts. Yeah, so why am I starting this channel? Well, the first thing that I wrote down here is that I just absolutely love YouTube and I desperately want to create something on this platform. I first started making content on YouTube back in, maybe it had to be when I was in 7th or 8th grade. I don't know exactly where that lands, maybe like 2006, something like that. I was making RuneScape videos, RuneScape PK videos, RuneScape like animated music videos. I think I did one for the Fray. I can't remember what it was called. You can't really find most of them anymore. One of my accounts got banned. And the other accounts, I don't know, something weird going on with that, but some of my videos do exist out there. And maybe I'll try to find them for this. Maybe I'll like put something up on the screen. But yeah, I've just been making stuff on YouTube kind of since I was young. I ended up falling out of that eventually. Though I do remember telling my parents that I wanted to create, I wanted to be like a animated music video creator. Like that's what I wanted to do professionally. And at that time I was thinking more about like Naruto animated music videos. But yeah, that's what I said I wanted to do. Then, you know, high school came around, stuff got weird. I kind of stopped doing YouTube for a really long time. And then let's see, skip forward a bit, and eventually we get to I'm like 22 or something, and I'm playing League of Legends, and I wanted to become a streamer, personality, whatever, and so I started a channel, and eventually that took off, and I had a lot of fun with the YouTube specifically. I was having a lot of fun, at least early on. But then time went on, I became a streamer full time and things kind of fell apart from there. I really was extremely unhappy creating YouTube content full time, or sorry, creating League of Legends content full time for a number of reasons. And honestly, when I was sort of writing this out, I realized I really have been meaning to make a video on that in general. Like, you know, I had sort of what most people would consider to be like a dream job, and I was just absolutely miserable. So I'll probably make something about that in the future as to why I stopped playing League of Legends, and making content for it. But yeah, anyways, during all of that, the point of that was that I realized that I just really loved YouTube. Still, I kind of fell back in love with it. And I just unfortunately hated a lot of the stuff that I ended up making. I was just making stuff that I thought the algorithm wanted, or people, I don't really know. If I just kept making the videos that I liked, I think things would be a lot different. But instead I tried to appease the algorithm or some dumb thing, which led to me just kind of being someone that I wasn't. And that's probably going to be a theme of this video in general, but I was just really acting like someone that I wasn't to try to get views. And yeah, that, among many other things, made me extremely unhappy. Eventually led to me getting really burnt out on League of Legends, to the point where even today, I don't know, I just can't really get into it, despite absolutely being in love with the game for as many years as I was. I was a challenger player for, I don't even know the number, 6 or 7 years, something like that. Yeah. Oh yeah. All the point of all of that was to say that, yeah, I love YouTube, and I basically haven't been on YouTube for the past 3 years, which I think is really sad, considering it's something that I enjoy as much as I do. I just haven't felt like I guess had anything to talk about. Yeah, I don't know. I've just kind of been trying to figure out, instead of making content about what I already liked and was doing, I guess I was trying to find like an angle, like something that I thought would work. And when I say work, I guess I mean get views financially, something that I can make a living off of, I guess, is where my head's at there. And so I spent a lot of time trying to figure out, yeah, what would work that I would actually do, or something like that. And I tried a few different things here and there. Like I did try Legends of Runeterra channel at one point. I tried a few different things, and I've also tried working for other people and just on YouTube, because I mean, I love the whole process of YouTube. I love kind of like figuring out what video ideas work. I love making thumbnails. Yeah, but anyways, I could just never make it work. Couldn't stick to anything. But I have always really, really wanted to make stuff. And that brings us here, why I'm starting a channel. The next question you might have is, why MapleStory? I'm kind of jumping around on my list here, and that's probably going to be how we do this. But okay, here. Why am I making a MapleStory channel, of all things? I said that I wanted to make something work, and it's probably pretty silly to think that you could even make a YouTube channel of a MapleStory financially viable. While I do think that it is probably possible to do that, I've decided to not worry about anything of that sort at this point, because at the end of the day, I love MapleStory as a game. It is something that I will play, I will put in time to. I love learning everything I can about the game. I strategize about it a lot, and it's just something that, yeah, I guess it feels really cringe to say, but I guess, is that even true? Am I passionate about MapleStory? I don't know if that's true, but maybe I need to look up the definition of the word passionate. But it is something that I think about a lot, and I just have a lot of fun. It's sort of like, I view MapleStory as a resource management game at its core, which might be a bold take, but there are just so many different things between events, between money, time. Time's probably the biggest one. There's just so many things you have to manage, and trying to figure out, the optimal way to do that while, while also balancing what you actually enjoy doing. I don't know. It's just like this huge puzzle that, yeah, it's really easy to just kind of, I don't know where I'm going with this. All I'm saying is that I really, really like this game, and I am playing it a lot. And I think not that much. Okay, I play like 2 hours a day, but I am spending a decent amount of time into it. I mean, 2 hours a day adds up. That's almost 1,000 hours in a year easily. Okay, actually, that math doesn't add up, but on some days I play more than 2 hours. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is that, yeah, I really, really enjoy this game. And I think that the biggest mistake that I made, or I honestly have made in general in my entire life, is just kind of trying to be something that I'm not, or trying to force myself to become something, maybe is a better way to say that. And so instead of, trying to figure out what the optimal way to make money is, or the optimal YouTube channel, whatever, I'm not going to try to do what's optimal, because if there's one thing I know, in order to get good at something, like world class at something, it has to be something that you just really, really enjoy. This is something I learned from playing League of Legends as many years as I did. You have to have like an innate curiosity, intrinsic desire to pursue it. You can't force that. If you have an extrinsic desire, you are eventually going to get burned out. You're not going to stick with it. If you want to create something great, you need to be doing it for years, honestly. And yeah, I don't know if, I'm going to be doing MapleStory content a year from now, 2 years from now, but I know that I want to be doing content on YouTube, and I want to enjoy doing it. And so I think MapleStory is the best way for me to do that. It's really easy for me to make videos about this game, talk about it. Yeah, I think, wow. Okay. It's kind of hard to talk and do this little mini game at the same time. I guess I need to use my brain for a moment. Wow, this is really embarrassing. I swear I normally get perfects all the way through. Okay, there we go. Let's see. I kind of lost my place here. I guess that kind of sums up why I'm choosing to make a MapleStory channel, as opposed to anything else. I mean, there are other interests that I have. I like running. I like kind of like analysis of analysis. Why am I struggling so hard? I like analysis of media. Wow, that really did not come out great. But I told myself I'm not going to edit this video, so we're just going to leave all of that jargon in. But anyway, yeah, I'm not doing any of that stuff because this is something that I'm already doing a lot. I spend a lot of time on, and I feel like I have value that I can add to the community, I suppose. That sort of gets me to my next point. Yeah, we'll leap over to that, which is I feel like there's a lack of MapleStory content in general. There's maybe like, I don't know, at least for me, I only watch like 3 or 4 creators, and yeah, I don't know. I'm just, games I've played in the past, I guess they're more popular. I don't know, but there's just been a lot more content to watch, and I sort of find myself like constantly looking for things. Like I'm having to go like scrounging around to get information on stuff, go to these like weird websites, and there's just not too many people talking about the things that I'm interested in. And so I think if you want to create something, a good rule of thumb is to create what you wish existed in the world. And it might sound silly, but I kind of wish there was more MapleStory content in the world. So yeah, that is another reason why we're making this stuff. Let's see. The 6th thing I have here, you might be confused because we're certainly not at 6 things, but I'm kind of jumping around here as to what I wrote on my notes here. But the 6th reason is I want to provide value to the MapleStory community. This is interesting. I think when I think a lot about having purpose in life. Okay, I'm really throwing you for a wrench here if you're still watching this video, but I'm the kind of person who thinks probably a little bit too much about life, the meaning of life, what we're doing here. And I think one of the issues in modern life today is a lot of people are lacking purpose. Honestly, not a lot of people. I would say most people are probably lacking purpose. I think back in the day, for actually almost all of human history, the purpose has been really clear. Your purpose is to try and survive. The world used to be a much more hostile place to live, and you never really had time to think about what your purpose was. You were just trying to live. If you were lucky enough to make it to age like 16, probably you probably started having a family of your own pretty early. Maybe not 16. I don't know. I'm not a historian, but pretty early on there, you would have a family. Certainly by age 20, you've probably got a wife and kids, if you're lucky, and you've got to take care of them. And there you go. That's your purpose. You have to take care of them. And yeah, I think an issue with a lot of people is they just don't have a purpose. And you might be wondering where I'm going with this. I'm kind of wondering myself, but I think a purpose, I would one day, I hope to one day have my own family. But in the meantime, I think a really good purpose that anyone can aspire to have for themselves is to provide value to their community. Whatever community that is, whatever community you're a part of, find a way to provide value to it and help other people. That is kind of vague, but I think, we all have our own talents, things we're good at. And you should just find a way to use your talents to help your community. All of that to say that MapleStory is a community that I am a part of, and I want to provide value to it. There are a lot of things that I think could be significantly better as far as information available online. I already talked about content. Let's see. I don't know, just a lot of different things. I can think of a lot of ways that I can provide value to people playing this game. And I think that is the kind of person that I want to be. I want to be someone who is looking to provide value and help other people. And if I'm doing that, I know that I can be happy. Hopefully I sort of got my point across there. Not really sure. We're winging this video for sure. Wasn't really planning on talking about, finding meaning in life, but that's one thing. Now if we go back, this really probably should have talked about this earlier. But I have confront fear of creating. Yes, I definitely have had in the past and still do a huge fear of just making stuff on the internet. When I was a young lad, 6th grade, someone told me that girls would probably like me if I wasn't so weird. And I think ever since then, or at least maybe that probably started the trend of me feeling like I sort of needed to hide a part of who I was, or, I think the psychological term for it is not being okay as you are or something like that. I don't know, whatever. The point of that is that I certainly developed a fear of just being seen, almost for maybe who I am or whatever, what I am at this point in time. And so, I have this fear of creating. Even right now, I have it because I know this is my 3rd or 4th video, I think, on this channel when this gets uploaded. And I know everything I'm making right now is really bad. At least by my standards that I set for myself, or what I know I'm capable of, everything that I'm making is pretty much garbage. It's really bad. And I think for a long time, I've let knowing that I couldn't make something good keep me from posting anything at all, because I just don't want to look foolish, don't want to look stupid, whatever it is. But if you are afraid of looking foolish, the only way to avoid that is to just never make anything. I don't think you can do anything great in life without putting yourself out there and, looking a little bit stupid. And so I want to sort of get over that fear. I mean, there's not much sillier than making a MapleStory channel as a 30-something-year-old. Pretty fucking silly, if I'm being honest. And you know what? This is kind of who I am. This is where I'm at right now, and I'm just going to accept it. And, is it a little bit embarrassing? I mean, really, it's probably not. But I guess in my head, I'm still a bit embarrassed by it. I don't really want the people, I kind of hide. Do I hide? I don't really hide, but, omit that, I play this game, and I don't know why. It's just this thing deep inside me that I guess I'm just afraid of being judged or seen for who I am, maybe. I don't really know. But at the end of the day, I mean, I've sat here and not made content for 3 years, and that's just not acceptable. Life is short. The time to do stuff is right now. It's today. If you're listening to this and you're afraid of making stuff, man, I don't know. That's just not how I want to live my life. And I don't think that's how you should live yours. I think, don't be afraid to look a little stupid. And, will people on the internet laugh at you? Yeah, probably. But there'll also be people who really like what you do. And at the end of the day, hopefully you will really like what you do. I didn't really think any of this through. This isn't great. But yeah, I think that gets that point across somewhat, maybe, hopefully. One final thing that I had, and honestly, this is the most important reason why I'm doing this. Saved it for last, apparently. Actually, it was number 3 on this list, but I'm saying it last. And that is that I want to develop skills. I want to develop my speaking ability so that one day, hopefully, I can make videos that I'm actually a little bit proud of. Right there, man. Exactly what I'm talking about. I say all the time. Like, I did a Bowmaster. I just said the word like. I did a Bowmaster video and just the other day, and it wasn't great. A lot of ums. I literally cannot stop myself from saying it. That's how bad it is. Like, my speech pattern is just so awful, and it's something that I really want to work on. And for a while, I thought that this was something, this is just who I am. Like, I'm just not good at speaking, so I can't make these videos. But after more thoughts and a few useful videos that I saw, I just realized that, the reason why I speak poorly is because I've never worked at it. I've literally never, probably in my entire life, tried to speak better or more clearly. And yeah, it's just something that it's a skill like anything else, and it's something that I can learn. And so I want to make a lot of videos like this one where it's just me rambling so that I can practice my speaking ability and eventually make videos that I can be proud of. And, I think I'm sure it'll help me in my real life as well. Not being as much of a bumbling idiot, or at least that's how I feel like I am when I watch myself speak in my videos. Editing. I want to learn more editing skills. I've actually had a lot of fun learning what I've learned so far, but I still have a very long way to go. But it's a ton of fun. I mean, I like editing. I've always enjoyed it since I was like 6th, 7th grade when I was making videos back then. I had a lot of fun with stuff, and yeah, technology's changed a lot since then. A lot of stuff is easier, and yeah, I definitely want to continue to get better at editing. And then just content creation in general, thumbnails, speaking, topics, everything. I just want to get as good at content creation as possible. It's something that's fun for me. I really enjoy it, and I think I have somewhat of a knack for it. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It's something I want to get better at. And that's, again, the reason why I say that's the main reason that I'm doing this channel is because I don't know where I'm going to be, X amount of years from now. I probably won't even be doing this channel anymore. Maybe, I don't know. But I do know that I love content creation and I want to do stuff in this field in the future. And the only way to ensure that happens is to actually make videos and get better at it. So yeah, I guess that's all the reasons why I'm starting a MapleStory channel in 2024. I want to create stuff on YouTube because it's the platform I love. I want to confront my fear of creating and kind of putting myself out there in the world. I want to develop skills, speaking, editing, content creation. Hold on. I'm the worst. MapleStory is my favorite game in the world, honestly. It's something that I really love and will continue to play for some time. I really want to provide value to the MapleStory community. And I skipped one. Oh yeah, I think there should be more MapleStory content on YouTube. And yeah, hopefully I can help that little drought. That is all I got, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched this far, again, I'm uploading this at a time when I have like 2 subscribers, and I'm not expecting this to actually get any views. I really just am making this for myself, sort of as something to look back on. Maybe in the future, maybe I'll be like really good at speaking, and this will be fun to look back at and remind myself why I'm doing what I'm doing. Yeah, that's all I got. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.